Hi, everyone. This is Miss Browning, and we're going to be going through registration today. This is a little unorthodox because you don't actually have a live counselor in front of you, but hey, this is a special year and we're making it work. In front of you, you should have two handouts for sure. The registration handout, which says registration 2022-2023, it's 11. This is your practice choice sheet. You should have your white choice sheet. It's a 3-page front and back document that has all the courses listed. And then later, if you think you're going to want to take an ACC class this summer or fall, you will also get a half sheet, blue sheet of paper that's titled ACC Dual Credit. So don't leave class today without one of those if you're planning on taking an ACC class this summer or in the fall. Okay, so the one thing I want to point out with the 3 handouts I just talked about is the choice sheet. It's the white sheet, 3 pages front and back. If you click on this link, it'll take you to the Westwood Counseling website that has all the classes where they are hyperlinked, where you can get a full course description and see the homework load. So just FYI, that is there. Okay. So important dates. Let's just kind of set the scene for what's coming in the next few months. So today we're meeting, this is day 1. We are going to be doing your practice registration. We're going to teach you how to sign up for courses. So this is step 1. Then if again, you think you might want to take an ACC class, grab the blue handout. On either January 13th, 14th, 18th, or 20th, you need to go to one of the ACC information sessions in the library during lunch. This is a non-negotiable. If you do not go to one of these sessions, you will not take an ACC class this summer. So you need to mark your calendar, set some alarms. If you forget, that's on you. You have to attend one of these 4 sessions. You also need to bring your lunch that day. If you go try to wait in the lunch line and then get to the library, you're going to miss half that session. You have to bring your lunch that day. So pack a lunch on whatever day you're going to attend and get to that session. They fill up fast, so you want to go straight there to ensure you get a seat on the day. So do not wait to the last date, because there's a good chance if you got there on the last day, it could be full and then it's too bad. So you take responsibility of this and get there on time with your lunch and go early. Okay, January 18th and 19th. This is going to be following the 3-day weekend. Yes, you get January 17th off for Martin Luther King Day. On that Tuesday, when you show up to first period, you are going to get your official sign-up sheet. So the yellow sheet you have is the practice one. You're going to get your official one that day. It'll be on fancy carbon copy paper where you write on the top and it magically goes through to the second sheet. You're going to get that on first period on the 18th. And what that is you're going to write the course you want, and then your teachers are going to sign off if they feel you wrote the right class or not. So they're going to tell you if they agree or not. So for example, if you write you want advanced English 2, but your teacher doesn't feel that's correct, they're going to write that. So this is where we really take it seriously. So for sign-up days, every class period, that 18th and 19th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, your teachers are going to spend about 10 minutes during those 2 days signing off on your choice sheet. So you will need to have that out every class period for those 2 days. By the end of that week, you need to turn in your choice sheet with all signatures to your counselor. This is super important. If you try to turn it in with no signatures, you're not guaranteed to get any of your courses. You must have teacher signatures. This is a non-negotiable, so make sure you have it. So January 18th and 19th, you get the sheet, and then you have till the end of the week to turn it in. We know you're probably going to have some questions over it. So on January 24th and 25th, if you're in 9th grade, we are going to come see you in your social studies class, and each one of you will meet with your counselor one-on-one to verify your choices. If you don't have signatures, we're going to talk about that then. And we're going to look through and make sure you've signed up for all the appropriate courses. 10th graders, we're going to do the exact same thing on January 26th and 27th. So please turn your choice sheets in by the end of the week on January 21st, even if you have questions, because it's okay. We're going to talk to you in your classes the next week to make sure it's really official. Juniors, you're a little bit different. Starting February 22nd, we're going to start your junior one-on-one conferences, and that's where we're going to verify your courses with you. However, if you're somebody who will lose something, because you're going to have these choice sheets for over a month in your hands, if you're afraid you're going to lose it, turn it into your counselor's office, and they will bring it to your junior conference for you. And then that way you don't have to worry about losing it or misplacing it. Okay, so this is the key dates. We put these on your yellow sheet as well, so you have this written down. Okay, so the dual credit, I want to cover this again, just in case if you haven't picked up the little blue half flyer. Again, it's so important. I know I'm repeating myself, but if you do not go to one of those lunches, you may not take a summer ACC course or one in the fall. That's why we're saying it over and over again, because it's that important. Non-negotiable. Okay, practice choice sheets. So we're moving on to the yellow sheet, and this is where we're going to spend the rest of our time today. So real quickly, just to recap, you should know this, but remember, everybody must take their four English courses before you graduate. So in English every year. Same thing for math, social studies, and science. Those are your core, your 4x4. You have to take them every year. Other things you need to have done before you graduate. So you don't have to do them all in 9th and 10th grade. You can spread them out, but you have to take all of these other things. You have to take 2 years of a language other than English before you graduate. So 2 years. So Spanish 1, Spanish 2, German 1, German 2. You must take 1 full year of fine art, 1 full year of PE or anything that can count as PE, and then 7 other electives. And again, we're going to go through all these different options in detail, but I just want to put this in the back of your mind. Before you graduate, this is what you must have. So if you're a junior this year, this is important to really think about what have you not finished that you need to get on your choice sheet for next year, because it'll be your last year, senior year. Okay, so you look at the sheet in front of you, your sample shine-up sheet. So this is where we are going to go and look through it, and we're going to go course by course. So we'll go through English, and I'm going to have you show you what you need to write. Then we'll do social studies, math, science, and then we'll talk about filling in electives. I do want to talk about, before we get started today, I'm going to make reference to this. If you are planning to take something at ACC over the summer, or you're going to be trying out for pros, because upcoming juniors, you'll be eligible to apply. Your sample choice sheet is where you need to make sure you are writing everything out so your counselor knows what you're thinking. So for example, if you think you might want to take a U.S. history over the summer at ACC, well, you still have to sign up for U.S. history here. But if you get a seat at ACC, right here, plan to take at ACC this summer, you put a little star and it come down here, your counselor will be like, oh, okay, if you take U.S. history over the summer, you want to be an office aide. Easy. We can switch that out in your schedule. Or I look at the dot here. It says AP psychology, but I follow the line. Oh, okay, you're trying out for pros. If you make pros, take out the psychology and put pros in. That will let your counselor know, because here's the thing, you're filling this out this semester, but a lot of this stuff we won't find out until May, June, July, August. And it's very hard to get a hold of y'all in the summer when changes need to happen. So we want to know what the changes are ahead of time. So we need to anticipate what you're planning on doing. So please, please, please be detailed and write it out on here. So, okay, let's begin. So for English, if you are currently in 9th grade, English 1, for 10th grade year, you would take English 2. If you're a 10th grader in English 2, you would move over to English 3. If you're in English 3 as an 11th grader, you would take English 4. If you're going the advanced pathway, if you're in advanced English 1 as a 9th grader, you would be taking advanced English 2 as a 10th grader. If a 10th grade, you're in advanced English 2, you'd be going over to AP or IB English 3, depending if you're going in the IB program or not. And then so on for 12th grade. If you're in 10th grade right now, and if you're doing very well in English 2, or you're in advanced English 2, you have the option to go into dual credit English 3. If you want to sign up for dual credit English 3, you need to have that discussion with your English 2 teacher, because they're going to need to sign off saying they approve you going to dual credit. Dual credit is our ACC class that's taught during the school year here at Westwood, by one of our very own English teachers, which is awesome. You literally, if you have on your schedule dual credit English 3 second period, you will go to the teacher who's teaching dual credit English 3 second period here at Westwood, and you will take your ACC course here on our campus. So that's kind of a neat option, but talk to your English 2 teacher, and you need to make sure you attend an ACC lunch. So when you're filling this out, I want to go back to this real quickly, just for the English one to make sure you fully understand. You will see I went to the white choice sheet you have in front of you. I looked up English 3 on level. I looked up the number next to it. It was 1132. So I wrote the course number on the sheet, wrote English 3, and since it's a full year course, I just drew an arrow over. If you want, you could have written 1132 and English 3 here as well, but not necessary. You can just write the line over. Versus if it was a half year course, you would write it out separately. Okay, let's move on to math. So what I want you to do is first find your grade level, and then I want you to go down to whatever math class you're currently sitting in. So let's say if you're an 11th grader in advanced pre-cal, your 12th grade year, you would either write on your choice sheet, you want to take AP Calculus AB, AP Calculus BC, or AP Stats. If you're a 9th grader and geometry, you're going to be going into Algebra 2. So you would go to the choice sheet, find Algebra 2, the number 3222, write it and put it on there and draw a line across for the full year. So everybody find your grade level and then find your course you're sitting in right now. So 10th grader in geometry investigations, you're going to write Algebra 2 investigations. So the little star means investigations. Okay. Hopefully everybody has found their math they're sitting in this year and know the math they should take next year. If you are an IB student, you're going to do the same thing, except this is your IB math pathway. So what you're going to do, if you're a 9th grader in the IB program, you're going to find the math you're sitting in currently and look to the next grade to figure out what you're supposed to take. So if you're a 9th grader in advanced pre-cal, you're going to take analysis 2 next year. If you're a 10th grader in Algebra 2 or Advanced Algebra 2, you're going to have some options to pick from depending on where you're wanting to go in math. If you have an exact question over this, talk with your math teacher. They're going to sign off on your option for next year. And you can also see Ms. Key, your IB coordinator, because hopefully y'all have already had the discussion and it's in your IB plan. Social studies. Okay, so these are our most common pathways. So again, first thing you do, find your grade level you're currently in. So if you're a 9th grader in Advanced World Geography, next year you would go to AP World History. So you'd find the choice sheet, find the code for the number for AP World History, write it, draw the line. If you're a 10th grader in on-level World History, we're looking at on-level US History next year. If you're an 11th grader in a push, you're probably going to want to take AP Gov and AP Econ next year. IB, you will see down here, there are lots of options and pathways. They're all listed for you on how you want to get it done. Again, this should already be in your IB plan, but make sure you have everything accounted for. And again, I put a little star note here. If you're wanting to take a social studies class over the summer, so like ACC offers US history, they offer government and econ. If you want to take one of those over the summer, that's fine. But write the class you would take here at Westwood. Tell us if you'd want to take on level or AP. So that way we save a seat for you, and then draw a line down to the bottom and tell us what you want to take instead if you get your class done over the summer. Okay, science. So these are the traditional pathways. Again, find the grade level you're currently sitting in and what class you're in. So if you're in 10th grade as a chemistry student, next year we'd recommend you go to physics. If you're in advanced chemistry, I'd probably recommend you go to AP Physics 1. You find the number on your choice sheet, write it on your sample sheet, write the name and draw the line. Let's give everybody a second to go ahead and find your science. You will see if you're in these ones where you get to pick your science of choice, there are lots of options on the choice sheet. You'll see everything from astronomy, where you learn about the solar system and stars, to aquatics, where you're learning everything underwater marine life. We've got environmental science. So if you're very big into, recycling and sustainable resources, that would be a good class for you. If you like to dissect, we've got anatomy. Make sure you like to dissect a lot, though, if you're going to sign up for that course. And we've got forensics. So if you're really big into the CSI world, you will learn everything from blood splattering to tire track analysis. It's a very hands-on, fun science class. So lots of options. Okay, foreign language. So again, you have to take 2 years of the same language. So if you're in Spanish 1 this year, you need to write Spanish 2 or Advanced Spanish 2 next year. If you're in German 1, you need to write German 2. If you're in French 1, French 2. If you're in American Sign Language, you need to write American Sign Language 2, and so on. If you have not started a language yet, so let's say you're a 9th or 10th grader and you have not started a language, you must write a language for next year. So you will start with a level 1 of one of these courses. This is important. You have to have 2 years of the same language before you graduate. So make sure you can't start as a senior. It's too late. You must start earlier. Okay, fine art. So if you're trying to get your fine art requirement or your PE requirement, this is what can count. So for fine arts, if you take any of our choir classes, any of our art, theater, tech theater, orchestra, band, or dance, a year of those will count for your fine art requirement. You will see on the second and third sheet of your choice sheet, that's where all the fine arts are listed. For PE, you can actually take like functional fitness, which is like a CrossFit PE class, super heavy duty workout, or you can take team sports, individual sports. Those are going to be much more like PE light. I'm sure the coaches love me saying that, but it's more traditional PE class. Like you might play volleyball one day, you might walk the track one day, you might lift weights one day, you might play basketball. It's really individual what you're going to end up doing every day. So much more activity based. If you're on any of our sports teams and our athletics programs, that will count. ROTC, if you take ROTC for 1 year, that counts as your PE credit. And then band and dance will count for PE as well. So that's an option as well. Dance is pretty awesome. If you take 1 year of dance, it not only gives you your full year of dance requirement, it also gives you your full year of PE requirement. So that's a great option. And then we have all the different academy electives that I'm going to go through. So that's when we're saying you have 7 other credits you need to take. Any of these will count. And again, a reminder, if you plan on trying for pros, and I think now they're starting to actually call it PALs, you would draw a line, because since you have to try out for that, you have to pick another elective and then draw a line down telling us, okay, I'm signing up for graphic design 2, but if I make pros, please take me out of that. So that's where you're going to be writing that. We also have the same thing for partners in PE. This is our amazing program that works with our life skills students, where you become a buddy for them in their PE class and help them get through it all, and you really kind of be the encourager and kind of like assistant coach to help them. So that's a really awesome program as well. You do have to apply for it. It's on the last page of your choice sheet under PE. If you want to apply for that, it's a great option. You just need to email your counselor and they'll send you the electronic application for that. And also in general, if you take more than the required amount of credits in any area, those extra credits count towards electives. So for example, if you're on the football team, your first year of football counted towards PE. The other 3 years are going to count towards your electives. If you took 5 years of math, the first 4 math count as your math credits. That last one technically is counting into that 7 elective total. So nothing is wasted. So again, if you take Spanish 3, you only needed 2 foreign languages. That third one is technically counting into that 7 credits of elective. So just letting you know, nothing is wasted. Okay, so these are the different pathways, and I kind of wrote it out 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. You will see on your choice sheet, they are grouped by these different areas. So if you go to the 3rd page of your choice sheet, you will see, no, I take that back. The 4th page of your choice sheet, you will see teaching and training. And then you will see the 4 courses are listed. This is the order they must be taken in. So if you technically are a 9th grader in Principles of Education, next year you would go into Human Growth and Development. I will say, if you're a 10th grader, and let's say you just started this pathway 1 year late and you're a 10th grader in Principles of Ed, you would still go to take Human Growth and Development. So you just would not get to the 4th year if you started this pathway 1 year late. And that'll be the same for all of these. So if you're in ROTC, this would be the order. If you're in journalism, this would be the order. Fashion design, video production, robotics, and then drone. So again, you would just mark the class, the next class in. So this is just telling you the order they go. Animation. This would be the pathway order you would take your courses in. So whichever one you're in right now, write the next one over. Graphic design pathway, debate pathway, the business management and administration pathway, finance and marketing. Again, find the class you're in this year and move over a block for the next year. Biomedical sciences, health science, engineering, computer science, and cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is new, so this is one you have not seen or heard of before. If you've taken Principles of Computer Science AP, you are eligible to go into the next year cybersecurity. So even though you're a 10th grader in Principles of this computer science, you may take this one next year. Or if you're an 11th grader who's taken Principles, you may take this cybersecurity class next year. So this is the pathway you would take. Here are some of our fine arts. So depending on the class you're in this year, whether it's dance, jazz, modern, piano, drawing, painting, ceramic, sculpture, find the class you're in and move over to the next column. That's your pathway. Theater, musical theater, tech theater, band, orchestra, choir, color guard. Again, find the column you're in right now, move over to the right. And again, this is where it's great that we have those sign-up days and all your teachers are going to sign off, because if you have any questions, they're going to sign it for you and answer those questions ahead of time. So there's no way you'll be able to sign up for the wrong course. And last, this is our Pathways course. If you're in Pathways, you can keep going. We have 4 years of it. Or if you're in a sport, just write the name of the sport, whether it's tennis, golf, football, volleyball, basketball, baseball, and then you'll just put the next year. So that's it. Just a quick reminder, IB students, Ms. Key had been visiting all your IB social studies courses this year to go over course plans. So you have that as a resource as well. And if you have any other questions, she can answer that. But again, your teachers are going to be signing your choice sheet on the sign-up days, the 18th and 19th. And that's going to be the most important thing. So thank y'all so much for listening. And if you have any questions, please feel free to go see your counselors and ask, talk to your teachers, and we'll get everything answered for you.